Crowd still filing into the ballpark on this Wednesday evening, and the Yankees now take the field. Luis Severino first out as he heads to the mound. And we'll take a look at the National starting lineup that's going to face him, and it's brought to you by TikTok. The shortstop, C.J. Abrams, his home run yesterday, the difference in the 2-1 Nationals win. He will lead off, batting second and playing center, Lane Thomas. Joey Meneses, the DH, is going to hit third. Then it's Ruiz, Smith, and Garrett in the middle. Alou, Vargas, and former Yankee farmhand Blake Rutherford playing left field and batting ninth. We told you, starting for the Yankees, it is Luis Severino. This will be his 15th start. He's 2-8 with an unsightly 7.98 ERA. Those numbers are hard to believe when you consider the stuff that Severino has. Let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report.
Well, that is a big question, Michael. Just trying to figure out what has gone wrong with Luis Severino. And you can't hide it. I mean, 7.98 ERA, highest in the American League. Batting average against, 329, highest in the American League. 2.66 home runs and 9 per 9, highest in the American League. And you got to get to the second. A lot of his problems have been his first inning, where his ERA is at 15.6. So maybe you do something different. A couple extra pitches, bullpen, I don't know. Figure it out, Michael.
Better minds than mine are trying to. Let's check out the defense presented by Buick. Everson Pereira, his second big league game. He's in left. Harrison Bader in center. Giancarlo Stanton is over and right. Judge the DH tonight. Then it's Peraza third. Volpe, Torres, and LeMahieu as we go third to first. Higashioka behind the plate, catching Luis Severino. Yankees 60 and 65, and the Nationals 58 and 68. Abrams is ready. Oh, not yet. No, he's not ready. Now he's ready.
Trying to get you in rhythm.
Severino is ready. And let's do it here in the Bronx. First pitch is fouled away, and we are underway. Ramon De Jesus is the home plate umpire. Will Little at first. Dan Merzel at second. Lance Barksdale is over at third. One and one. Let's get the scouting report on the home plate ump. He's pitcher friendly. 8th big league season. He calls more strikes up and down, more outside strikes on lefty batters.
So he's not only pitcher friendly, he doesn't like lefties either. Outside pitches, that's not where you want to be.
Yeah, he wouldn't be Paul O'Neill friendly though. I'll tell you what, the bleacher creatures, they're in great voice. Calling out the roll call. Pitch clock violation. A ball has been assessed. 2-2. High fly ball, right field. Stanton. 1 out. All right, Paul, it's time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, you got to stop the streak. I mean, 9 and counting. It's no fun playing baseball when you're on this kind of streak. And score early. I mean, the offense has been bad. There's no hiding it. But you got to get ahead at some point where you feel confident. And a lot of questions. And I think Brian Cashman really said it. I mean, these last games are the games that you're going to assess how this organization goes forward. So still a lot to play for, especially for the young players. And some of the veteran players that there are question marks around.
0-2 on Thomas. You know, we tell you about the 9-game losing streak, which is startling in its own right. It's been 41 years since that happened. Ground ball is short. Volpe. There's not a member of the Yankee 26-man roster that was born in 1982, but the Yankees have gone 61 consecutive innings without ever holding a lead. The Yankee organizational record is 63 such innings, and that's in 1906. So the last time they had a lead was the second inning of the first game in Atlanta. They led 2-1. And that was quickly washed away. So there's a lot of things that the Yankees could wipe away today with a victory.
I'm just kind of doing the math. So they need to be ahead when we go in like the third inning today, right?
Right.
All right.
Or if they score in the bottom of the first. Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 73 degrees, no chance of rain, 60% humidity. The wind out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour. Three and one on Meneses. And Severino deals. Good slider. 3-2.
Yeah, again, I think Sevy's realizing that he is not the old Sevy at this point, just challenging people when he's behind in the count. Good 3-1 slider right there.
Fly ball into center field. Bader makes the play. July 23rd against the Royals was the last time that Severino pitched a scoreless first inning. Yankees coming to bat. The lineup that will come up in this order, brought to you by TikTok. DJ LeMahieu at first base leads off. The DH is Aaron Judge. Second baseman Gleyber Torres. Middle third of the order, Stanton, Bader, and Volpe. And the bottom third, Everson Pereira in left. Kyle Higashioka will catch, and Oswald Peraza is going to play third base and bat ninth. And they are facing this young, hard-throwing left-hander, Mackenzie Gore. 25th start, 6-9, 4.38, 141 strikeouts in 123 in the third innings. You can see has some problem with control. Let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report.
Wow, he was part of the Soto deal along with 5 others. Abrams also. So you got 2 of them on the field tonight. Best yet, his last outing. 1 hit, 7 strikeouts. 6 1/3 against the Red Sox. Retired the first 10 batters he faced that game. And you mentioned it, Michael. 27%. That's his strikeout rate. And that's 6th in the National League.
Here's LeMahieu. And the first pitch is a 95-mile-an-hour strike, 0-1. In that 6 1/3 shutout innings against the Red Sox, he left the game with a cracked nail and a blister on his left middle finger. But he said it's fine. It happens time to time.
Blister, cracked nail, it happens time to time, Michael. Happened to you?
I've had, yeah, I've had both.
Blister or 2?
Yeah. Grounded slowly to third. Vargas, 1 out. Why don't we check out the Nationals defense? And it's presented by Buick. Rutherford, Thomas, and Garrett. Left, right in the outfield. Infield, Vargas, Abrams, Alou, and Dominic Smith. Kate Bert Ruiz behind the plate, and Meneses is the DH. So here's Aaron Judge. Aaron is 3 for his last 19 as he fouls one off of Ruiz.
Every time I see that happen, Michael, I think of John Flaherty up here doing a game and saying that it really doesn't hurt. Well, it looks like it hurts, whether it goes off a helmet or not.
Flaherty's a very strong man.
That or he just forgot. I don't know, maybe he had too many of them.
The 0-1. That was 98. 1-1.
Yeah, he does have a good fastball, but he also has a great breaking ball. His curveball, he's got some well above average pitches. So. They turned the speaker up tonight, Michael. I really heard that.
It hit you, didn't it? Hit different.
I was ready to go run to the plate.
The 1-2. Foul back.
I think Gore got away with one there. Aaron Judge, good swing and a good pitch to hit.
Good curveball, just misses inside. Check swing by Judge. 2-2. Off the end of the bat, foul. Just underway here at the stadium. Bottom of the first inning. And the 2-2. Fouled away. High fly ball. Center field. Gone. Way gone. See ya. A long home run for Judge. And the Yankees have a lead. And it is 1-0 Bombers.
You know what? They should have a 2-run lead, Michael. I mean, you should get two runs for that. That ball went over the Toyota sign. You don't see that from right-handed hitters. I mean, that is ridiculous. His 25th of the year, Aaron Judge.
Gleyber Torres swings and misses. What a shot off the bat of Judge. So that does break the streak of 61 innings. And it's done emphatically.
Yeah, a little curveball that did not quite get to the inside corner. I don't know what you were waiting for, Michael. I saw this off the bat. I'm like, well, this is an easy one for Michael. Wow.
Ground ball is short, backhanded by Abrams. Sets from the outfield grass, throws it in the dirt, but it is scooped up by Smith for the second out.
You see him kind of lift and hover that leg, and just the leverage of his height and his strength. Wow. That's why you still come to the Yankee games, Michael, to watch number 99 launch one like that.
Here's Stanton. Hit sharply to short. Grabbed there by Abrams. And that'll do it. But a long home run by that man. Aaron Judge, his 25th of the year. He sent it into the Bronx sky. And when it finally landed many, many feet ago, it's 1-0 Yanks. The first lead since the second inning last Monday in Atlanta. They led 2-1 at that time. A stretch of 61 innings, third longest streak in Yankee history. So that is over, as Severino now has a lead, and he deals a pitch outside to Ruiz.
Yeah, Ruiz came over from the Dodgers in the Turner-Scherzer trade along with the pitcher last night, Gray. So, you know, they've made some trades. They've got a pipeline in the minor leagues. Are starting to turn things around. I mean, the Nationals seem like they've got a grip on the future here.
Hit sharply and knocked down by LeMahieu. And he flips to Severino to get Ruiz for the out. Took a double away from Ruiz.
Yeah, this ball's hit hard, and obviously at first base, your only job is to knock this down. Sevy will get to the bag, and he did. Obviously, Ruiz, a catcher, does not the fleetest of foot. It doesn't look like much, but this ball was hammered off the heel of his glove. That hurts, Michael. You know that?
I bet it does. It's a foot race, and Severino wins it. Here's Dominic Smith. All right, so I've been thinking a lot about something that you said yesterday on the broadcast. So Paul said that the word southpaw for left-handers came because of the way ballparks were geographically situated. Here comes Bader, and he makes a play on the run, and the left arm was facing south, the way ballparks are laid out.
Right.
So, because I think too much, why weren't right-handers called northpaws?
Because it's always the world's set up against lefties. We're a small percentage of people. We don't. You know what? Anytime you go to elementary, you don't even get your own scissors. You got to use these special scissors. It's just the way it is. There's a southpaw.
There is a southpaw. Grounded foul, but I mean, it works great. The other side is a northpaw.
But you're finally agreeing that.
Oh no, it was brilliant by you.
That made me feel good.
I think there's your long-awaited Emmy right there.
I said I've been holding it a long time, so I had to get it out there.
That's the sterling part. Because Severino is then a northpaw.
You know, that could be we got the sweeper this year.
Right.
We got lanes that pitchers pitch in.
Yeah.
Next year we'll go to the northpaw.
Beautiful.
You know, there was one ballpark, and the reason geographically they're built is because of where the sun goes.
Right.
And I played in Wausau, Wisconsin, where the ballpark was backwards, and the sun would go down in center field. You literally had to take a break from like the third inning for about, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes, until the sun got below the wall. You couldn't see as a hitter.
And that's dangerous.
Yeah, it's not a good way to hit, believe me. You thought shadows were bad. How about the sun right in your face?
Amazing. Oh, slowed down by Severino. Torres is there. Scored 1-4-3. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Yanks. Hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture was submitted by Nicole. The Suns were excited to show off their Roger Maris bobbleheads at the game on Sunday. I'm sure they're waiting for the Aaron Judge one. Interlocks with that. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. 1-0 Yankees on the Judge gargantuan home run just to the right of dead center. And that one is fouled back by Bader. 0-1. Harrison, a little bit of a slide. Last 11 games, 5 for 38. But he hits lefties very, very well. Hammered foul. I think that got to the suite level down the line, and if you're in that suite, you did not expect a foul ball. The 0-2. Good change up. Misses outside 1-2. Good show me pitch. Looped into center field. It's a base hit for Bader.
A good piece of hitting, though. I mean, he came in early, then he went soft away, and Harrison Bader stays through this. A looping line drive to center field. And I know there's a lefty on the hill, but, you know, you've got to get your track shoes on if you're the New York Yankees, because Keibert Ruiz leads Major League Baseball. 88 stolen bases against him as a catcher.
Whoa. That is scary. 95 up at the head. 1-0 on Volpe.
Again, with that close stance, I really, you know, you don't pick it up as well. And right on top of the plate.
when I see something like that, right, a projectile coming at your head, it speaks to the toughness of baseball players. Like, I'm done. After that, I'm done. I'm probably headed down the runway. I'm out.
I thought the time clock takes more effect on that type of pitch because, I was always taught as a hitter, step out, process it, get it out of your mind. But you can't do that with a pitch clock because it takes an amount of time scientifically, believe me or not, it's under science. It takes a certain amount of time to get that out of your mind. And that's what the time clock first came into my mind. I thought about.
You could use your, time out at that point.
Yeah.
That one gets by Ruiz, and a big turn by Bader, a throw to second, not in time. So he was going, so that's going to be a stolen base.
Yeah, make that 89, and you see Harrison Bader, not even a great jump, but you're either you steal on the pitcher or you steal on the catcher, and Ruiz has had issues this year. Again, 89th stolen base against him.
Here's the 2-1. Grounded to third, Vargas. And Bader will go to third after the throw was made to first. Heads up base running by Bader.
Yeah, it's a long throw. Harrison Bader, really doesn't even have to cheat on this ball. Just make sure that the throw goes through. You see down the line, he's going to have plenty of time. Just read the throw, cruise into third base.
Infield in for Pereira, trying to cut off the run at third. Still looking for his first big league hit. Grounded to short. Abrams is going to come home. And the ball is dropped. So getting in there is Bader, reaching at first Pereira, and the Yankees lead 2-0.
You're always asked, why do Major League Baseball players play on contact? And this is it. Everything has to happen correctly, and it wasn't. Abrams catches the ball, which he always does. But short hops. All of a sudden, you steal a run to the Yankees.
Well, they had him if he held on to the ball, but it is an RBI, first big league RBI for Pereira. Doesn't get a hit. Abrams can't believe it, and it's 2-0 Yankees.
Well, you really notice Abrams and how easy he makes plays look. There have had a lot of balls hit hard his way the last couple of days, last night into early today, and he seems to field everything.
Oh, 2. One and 2 on Higashioka. Kyle 6 for his last 19, average at .232. Two and 2.
I wonder, Michael, why major league hitters, you get in such a habit of looking down at the third base coach. You see Hickey looking down there. What sign could possibly be on him? Huh? Other than base hit. You get 2 strikes.
It's a base hit sign.
That's it. Looking for that one.
Right under our booth.
Oh.
They're getting closer to up here. Notice that?
What? I think John Sterling has started something here. I think
it's like a little magnet.
Yeah, we're just starting to aim at us up here. I'll start bringing my glove to the ballpark like one of the little kids.
High fly ball, right center. Thomas can't see it, and the ball is dropped by Garrett. Going for two is Higashioka. He'll make it. Two-base error. Moving to third is Pereira. Thomas lost it. It's that time of night. And then Garrett tried to recover. Couldn't hold on.
You know, Pereira went halfway, and I was thinking, you know, if you get a good read on this ball, sometimes you can tag up, but that's worked well when the ball dropped. A big break for the Yankees. Time to cash in.
Well, he's screaming, I got it, and he didn't see it.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he kind of went away. And as a center fielder, when you scream you got it, you got it.
You better get it. So Jim Hickey, the pitching coach, comes out to settle down Gore. Was that scored a straight E9? You never know these days, so let's not write it down yet.
Go ahead, write it down. We got white out.
No, it could just be a solid double in today's world.
It was close to the wall. Does that count?
You know what? It might. I don't know what counts anymore. I think if you ask Mackenzie Gore, he thinks it's an E9.
Yeah, I would think so.
Infield in again. Peraza at the plate. One and 0. Two and 0. There's a strike on the inside corner. It is scored in E9. All is right in the world. But here's the problem, Paul. Maybe I'm being a little picky. The catch probability on that ball was 95%. Why would it take that long to call an E9?
Where's the 5%? That ball would have bounced on the warning track. It should be like 99.9%. Maybe that's probability in Little League. I don't know.
Maybe. And he walked him on 4 pitches. It seemed like Gore a little unnerved by what's gone on here. The play at home plate, then the drop fly ball in right field, and now he's got the bases loaded, 1 out. And DJ LeMahieu, a lifetime .350 hitter against the Nationals, coming up. Now he's missing by a lot. 1 and 0. There's a strike. 1-1.
Boy, what a time to be a hitter. Aaron Judge on deck. Just hit one a mile. Bases loaded. Up in the count 2-1.
Foul back to the screen, 2-2 on LeMahieu. LeMahieu, a lifetime .311 hitter with the bases loaded. He has 2 grand slams. Gore deals. Strike 3. LeMahieu down looking. Backdoor breaking ball.
Yeah, a lot of breaking balls you see come down into the strike zone. This came down just to hit the top of the strike zone. As a hitter, you see it way out of the strike zone, and then it looks like it just hit the corner of the box.
Thomas back, still back, looking up, see ya, into Monument Park. The power is back. A grand slam for Judge, and it is 6-0 Yankees.
Well, I don't know how your night started, but this is a pretty good start for Aaron Judge. 2 for 2, 2 home runs, one being a grand slam, his 5th career. Wow.
Well, 2 home runs in 2 innings, so keep
so
it right
bad.
here.
Not so bad. Another pitch. First time up a breaking ball. This a fastball. And that's the key to Aaron Judge is he doesn't have to pull the baseball. He can go the other way. He can go to center field. Same swing. Leverage against that front leg. Slight uppercut. See ya.
I love that shot because it just shows the sheer joy of the fans and the teammates when Judge does something like that. And all last season seemed like it was like that.
You don't know how many times I was on the bench and, you know, you jump up thinking, oh, he got him, and oh, it's center field. It does not matter to Aaron Judge, whether it's center, right, left.
Looped into right field, a base hit for Torres.
Looking at you, Michael.
I see you. Here's Stanton. Upstairs. Hit a hard ground ball to Abrams in the first.
You know, I hate to mention it, Michael, but, you know, you go back to that play in L.A. and what the kind of year he was having up to that point. I mean, who knows? We might be looking at another 60 home run year. He was that good until the injury. And then the long break. But, boy, it's good to see him back in the lineup.
Two and one. Another hard ground ball and through Abrams. As Torres moves to second. He's been so flashy and sure-handed in these first 2 games, and then this.
The ball hit hard, but you just don't understand. He's getting ready to turn 2, and it just went right through the wickets. Wow.
He can't believe it. So here's the guy who started it. Harrison Bader. It is an E6. And a strike. The drop ball at home plate, not an error, but a misplay. The drop ball in right field, an error. Ball through the wickets, an error. Popped up on the right side. Alou will make the play, and that will do it. 2 innings, and Aaron Judge putting on a show. In the first, a long home run, a solo shot. This time, bases jam, and Judge does it again. Judgment Day on a Wednesday here in the Bronx. 6-0 Yanks. Has himself a 6-0 lead as he begins the third. Pitch to Alou is a strike. Nats in their last 30 games, 20-10. Won yesterday's game 2-1. But now 6-0. They are down here in the third. And of late, Severino's been on the other side of a score like this. Grounded to first, gloved by LeMahieu. He takes it himself. 1 away.
Spectrum One is fast, secure, and reliable. Internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi and a free mobile line. Restrictions apply. Visit Spectrum.com for details.
So 1 down here in the third. That'll bring up Vargas. Worth noting, Paul, I'm sure you know this, Major League record for home runs in a game is 4. A lot of innings ago.
Michael, come on. You starting already? That's like saying it's a perfect game in the first inning. But you know what? It's a pretty good start.
Yeah.
True.
Judge has never had a 3 home run game.
All right. Well, let's root for that.
Baby steps.
There you go.
Let's take a look at the league leaders brought to you by Citizens Made Ready. So most multi-home run games since the beginning of last year. Aaron Judge by plenty. He has 16 of them. Next up, Kyle Schwarber. And that's the first base runner against Severino as Vargas works a walk. Blake Rutherford, 26 years old. Major League debut on August 4th. And he was considered the 3rd best Yankee prospect in 2017 by Baseball America. Glaber was first, Clint Frazier second, then Blake Rutherford. And Judge was 6th on that graphic. Now, the Yankees traded Rutherford to the White Sox when he was in low A. And that was the deal that got them Todd Frazier, Tommy Kahnle, and David Robertson from the White Sox. You know, when you see those lists, Paul, you realize how many top prospects, in quotes, don't make it.
You know what? Over the years, I have seen more touted prospects, top prospects, that don't become who they're supposed to be. That's why I never understood why organizations were hesitant. I understand you have to build in your farm system. But when you're going down in a pennant race and you trade for a star, you're trading for a star that's already a star, not somebody that's supposed to be.
Not a lottery ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
Rutherford started 0 for 16, got his first big league hit on August 12th as he strikes out against Severino. First big league hit, a single off a 100-mile-per-hour fastball from Luis Medina.
A slider, little action down. Strikeout for Sevy.
Here's Abrams. You know, there was some debate yesterday, Paul, whether Abrams' home run hit the screen or hit the facing of the second deck. And I've seen the replay a couple times. I still can't figure it out.
Yeah, I think it went right over the Lay's potato chip sign.
That's
there.
what I thought, but a lot of people were saying it hit the screen. I didn't see it that way.
I'm going with what I saw, Michael. All right.
You know what? I'll go with you because you've seen home runs before. Two and one on Abrams. Fly ball right in the first. Here it is. So let's see. What did it do? It was the screen.
See, like I said, it hit the screen, Michael, right in the middle.
Wow.
You got to start believing me.
Don't you gaslight me, O'Neill.
I know it's 6-0. We're all in a great mood, but you know. Well, he's got the alien around his neck again, Michael.
Oh, I think that's a constant.
It's an everyday item.
Yeah. You don't put bling like that in the closet. Well, whatever his necklace is, he can play. You can see this talent. Three and two, so that's going to release Vargas at first. 3-2, 2 outs. Lane Thomas on deck. Popped up. Long run for Peraza. Makes the seats out of play. Severino does not have the fastball that he had his last time out, but his stuff is good. His fastball was more electric in his last start. Fly ball left field. Everson Pereira bat in front of the track, makes the play, and that'll do it. So Severino is not allowed a hit through 3 as the Yankees lead 6-0. 6-0 Yankees.
That's nice. Look at that, Michael.
Great, 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 great city. Wherever you go in the world, you ain't going to find a city like this. Bottom of the third, Anthony Volpe will lead off. I've got a very, very abstract look-alike for you.
All right.
And I think after some thought, you'll agree with me. See the Nationals logo?
I do.
The same logo as Walgreens.
Walgreens.
Oh, yeah.
I'm up to Walgreens a lot. I'm going to have to look next time.
Well, I mean, for like snacks or like serious stuff.
You get prescriptions. You get all kinds of stuff there at Walgreens.
Every time we're on the road, I find a good CVS or a Walgreens. Nothing like it.
Well, I tell you what, if you're in Florida, you can go to any corner. They own every corner in Florida. There's a CVS and a Walgreens. You'd think you would go away from the competition.
Right.
I think they enjoy each other.
Oh, they lean into it.
Yeah. Just look at each other.
So, obviously, if you're home watching, Google the Walgreens logo, and it is the Nationals logo.
I thought I was going to have like a look-alike.
No, I said it was abstract.
Oh, okay.
Just like Southpaw.
Yeah, well, it's Northpaw next year, too, so don't worry about it.
Now, you actually go into Walgreens yourself, or you have Neville go?
No, I do store.
Really?
Oh, store runs.
Oh,
yeah.
that's awesome.
You know what? You either do store runs or you stay home and clean something or fix something.
I like it.
I'm jumping into a car, listening to a good song. I'll be back in a little while.
High fly ball, left field. On the run, Rutherford. And he makes the play on the dive for the first out.
I'll tell you what, sometimes you make plays and sometimes you make plays that hurt. Rutherford looked like he could have caught this ball, but sliding on the dirt on the the warning track, that's not the best place to go. Ouch.
So when you run onto the warning track, is it like crunchy? Is that how you know? It's hard.
Usually hard.
So
yeah.
Under your feet, you could just feel something different.
When you're at a full sprint, you know you've got to, like 2 steps before you hit the wall. That's kind of the timing. As soon as you feel that hard dirt under your feet.
Pereira picked up his first big league RBI with a ground ball in the second. Still looking for his first hit. Talked to the Yankees AAA manager today, Shelley Duncan, raved about Pereira. Said he just has a way about him. He walks into a room and kind of lights up the room. He said good outfielder. He said hits the ball really, really hard. Strike 3.
That conversation had to be a little more animated because Shelley Duncan, when I remember when you talked to him, you felt like he had coffee coming out of his ears. I mean, it's just like he goes at it hard. Huh?
I'm curious about what type of manager he is, but he's supposedly very good. Also talked about Dominguez. Dominguez got called up to AAA yesterday, got 3 hits.
Not a bad way to start.
High fly ball, right field. Garrett's there, and a nice bounce back inning for Gore as the Yankees go down in order 1-2-3. We're going to the 4th. It's 6-0 Yanks. Cadillac scoreboard. 6-0 Yankees over the Nats. Lane Thomas will lead off the 4th, and we'll take a look at the Genesis hitters scouting report.
Well, he is a birthday boy celebrating his 28th birthday today. So, if you're lucky on your birthday, we'll see top 10. A solid year. Top 10 in the National League batting average, doubles, runs. He actually leads the National League in outfield assists with 13. And he's a keeper. He was traded for John Lester from the Cardinals. So far, so good for the Nationals.
Cardinals have traded some really good players in the last couple of years. A Rosarena from the Cardinals. Thomas grounds out to Volpe.
Michael, I got to agree with you.
You do?
I pulled up. I saw the picture of the Walgreens W.
Right.
It's spot on. It's unbelievable.
Thank you.
So next time Mama's got a job for me, I'm going to tell her I'm going to Washington.
Going to the National store.
She's going, what? Going to Walgreens, Washington. They look the same.
Now, what I'm curious about, all of these, like CVS, Walgreens, they have like frequent reward programs. Do you punch in a number?
Absolutely. You
get the discount.
Yeah.
I love this.
Every month or so. Would you like to use your $5? Well, sure. Why not?
Oh, there's a side of you I didn't know existed.
Yeah. Well.
$5 here, $5 there. 3-1 on Meneses.
You know what I'm not a sucker for, though, Michael? When I go in, and I didn't even know what it meant. There's BOGO sales.
Buy one, get one.
Yeah. I didn't know about it. I'm not buying one if I don't want it. Some people just buy it because you get one free. I'm not doing it. I'm falling into the trap.
But you know what's the big BOGO thing in those stores? Vitamins.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but by the time you get to the second one, they're probably expired.
No.
Oh, okay.
Paul, I have to ask you, do you use the self-checkout lane, or do you have to go up to the traditional cashier?
No. I do the self. If I don't have something, I do have issues once in a while. I'm not real good with the computers. I have made a U-turn and gone to to have somebody help me at times.
Line drive, it's a base hit. That's the first base hit for the Nationals. And Stanton holds Ruiz to a single.
You see Stanton, this ball was hammered. Ruiz just kind of turned on a high slider. A lot has been said about Stanton's wheels. He got to that ball and threw a rocket into second.
Swing and a miss. 0-1 on Dominic Smith. Signed a one-year, $2 million deal with Washington in January. Was non-tendered by the Mets last year.
Yeah, he spent six seasons with the Mets.
Yeah. In 2020 with the Mets, top 5 in the National League in slugging, doubles, and RBIs. Popped up. Volpe puts it away, and that'll do it. 4 shutout innings for Severino, allowing just 1 hit. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Interview with the media that took place before the game. You can hear all of it on the Yes app. Cadillac scoreboard, bottom of the 4th, 6-0 Yankees. And Gore deals a curveball strike to Peraza. Don't go anywhere because Judge is up 3rd this inning. And he has 2 home runs already.
Just happen to look over at Gore's pitch count as we look at Aaron Judge. Maybe it's got to be one of those nights. So far, so good. 15 pitches in the first, 40 in the second, wow, and then 11 in the third.
The 1-1. Now, when the Yankees put the 5 spot on the board in the second, when he threw all those pitches, they were the beneficiary of 2 errors and 1 misplay at home plate by Ruiz. And then Judge cleared the bases, a grand slam. Grounded foul. You're wondering about 3 home run games against the Nationals. No Yankees ever done that. They haven't played that often. And only 1 Yankee had a 3 home run game against the Washington Senators, and that was Joe DiMaggio in 1950.
You know, when you read game notes from, the 60s, it's always like the Yankees just beating up on the Senators. Something happened with the Senators. They must have played almost every day.
Well, I mean, the old line was first in war, first in peace, and last in the American League.
Yeah. Well, worked out a lot, right? You said this is their 3rd go-round. They became the Twins, and they became the Rangers. Then the Expos went there, and they became the Nationals. Boy, a high fastball. You could see how Gore, if he got things going, he's struggled a little bit with his control, and obviously his defense has not helped him today. But you could see how, he has a good fastball, a good breaking ball. He could get some things going. They're very tough. I was reading in the game notes, he led his high school team to 3 consecutive state finals. So kind of reminds me of like Bill Walton. He never even lost. I don't think he went to UCLA.
One and 2. Two and 2 on LeMahieu, who's 0 for 2 against Gore. Robert Garcia getting ready for the Nats. Six 4-0 for the Yankees, 0-1-2 for the Nationals. Swing and a miss. 2 away. All right, so Judge has 2 home runs as he comes to the plate. We'll take a look at the exit velocity presented by Spectrum. Well, the first one traveled 431 feet, 111.3. Grand slam, a little bit harder hit. And it traveled 437. So here's Judge. Never had a 3 home run game. 3rd at bat in just the 4th inning. 26 homers on the year. He's taken over the Yankee RBI lead. Now with 53. Grounded to short. Abrams gets Judge, and that'll do it. So Gore has settled down. He's retired the last 7 Yankees. This is StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. These are the pitches that Severino has gotten outs on. So 5 on the cutter, 4 on the 4-seamer. So he spread it around the wealth. Audi scoreboard. It's 6-0. And Stone Garrett fouls out the first pitch of the 5th, 0-1.
Yeah, if you look at that ratio, Michael, I agree with you. I think Sevy knows that he does not have that overpowering fastball. He's kind of gone to some secondary pitches. But as long as you're getting outs, there's no reason to change what you're doing, especially with the 6-run lead.
Every single one of the Yankee starters has been working with like a razor-thin margin of error because the team can't score. And you're pitching the 1st inning like it's the bottom of the 9th inning. You're trying to close it out. Can't allow a run. And David Cohn has told us it's hard to pitch that way.
There's no doubt about it. And you can say, hey, I can only do what I can do. I can get outs. I can keep us in the game. But, you know, your objective as a pitcher is to go out there and win games. And when you're right, talking about being razor sharp, not trying to make any mistakes, it's almost impossible to pitch that way.
Here's Jake Alou. Alou is from Hamilton Township, New Jersey. Made his major league debut this year on May 9th, up and down a few times from AAA Rochester, but he's been up since July 31st. Plays second, third, and left. 1-2. And calls time. He's battled to get to the big leagues. 24th round pick. Not often that those players make it.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, Michael, but there is an advantage. I mean, you go to the minor leagues, you're drafted. The first, 5 rounds, it's like they're given the opportunity first, and then if you're one of the lower class draftees, that you have to earn your way on top. And it's not that every first rounder makes it, but they have more opportunities. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, absolutely. If first round draft pick struggles, you're going to stay with them because you gave him a big bonus and you have a lot on the line. But if you're a 24th rounder and you don't have a good year, you can be cut loose.
It can't happen anymore, but Mike Piazza always comes to mind. What was it?
62nd round, I think.
Way up there.
Round.
They don't even have that many rounds anymore, so you never know.
Mattingly was not drafted high, but the reason they didn't draft him high is because everybody thought he was going to go to college.
Right.
Three and two. Three and two on Alou. He grounded out to first. That was in the third. Severino deals. Fly ball center field. Bader there. You find it interesting that Bader always squares himself up to the ball rather than ever making a catch to the side?
Yeah, it's very fundamental. He's always in a position to throw the baseball. I think it's more habit than anything. It keeps the ball in front of you. But, you see a lot of outfielders are not able to square up on balls that you should make a good throw to. And it's almost practice for him, but it's become a natural thing. I told him today, I was talking to him a little bit in batting practice. I said, you're one of the guys I would have hated to watch because he absolutely gets tremendous jumps, steals so many hits. I always knew the center fielders that would take hits from you.
That one is looped to third on the backhand. Peraza now throws it away. Gets it past LeMahieu as Vargas will reach. Let's see if he caught it on the fly. Yeah, they're saying he did, so the throw wasn't necessary. The Nationals might challenge this. I'm not sure. You make the call. Did he? Oh, I think it bounced. Yeah, I think they're going to challenge. We'll see. I'm amazed that they're not challenging. All right, so as we get over our amazement, we'll take a brief timeout. Wow.
We're going to be amazed all the way through the break, Michael.
First pitch to Gleyber Torres was outside, so it's 1-0 on Torres. Torres, Stanton, and Bader here in the bottom of the fifth. 6-0 Yankees trying to snap a 9-game losing streak. 1-1.
Yeah, Michael, I think you're right. If you watch the end of this play, that ball looks like it hit the dirt, which would make that throw count, huh?
Here's what I don't understand. So if they're not certain, what are they saving the challenge for? They're down 6-0.
I was just kind of joking with Troy in the truck. I said if it's 1-0 in the ninth, I bet they challenge. Huh?
Robert Garcia, the new pitcher, as Gore goes 4. Three and 2. Fouled away. Fans go to @Yes Network on Twitter and vote for the Montefiore Einstein Player of the Week. Is it number 1, Anthony Volpe, number 2, this guy, Gleyber Torres, or number 3, Aaron Judge?
Does tonight count?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think Judge is making a case for himself then.
It's like having a big, big speech on Election Day. As Torres goes down on strikes.
See that good little kind of just riding, cutting fastball inside, kind of ties up Gleyber Torres.
So here's Stanton. Stanton's actually hit the ball hard twice on the ground. One fielded cleanly by Abrams. The other one right through the wickets of Abrams. He couldn't believe it. That was an E6. So Stanton is now 2 for his last 27. One and 2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the change. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. And by Ford, the official SUV of the Yankees. So here's Harrison Bader. He's 1 for 2. 1-0. Bader came into the game 3 for his last 26. 2-0. On Bader. Bader opened up that 5-run second inning with a single, then stole second, moved to third on a ground ball, and then scored on a Pereira ground ball to Abrams that Ruiz could not handle the throw. That opened the floodgates that inning.
Boy, he really changed. I was just noticing him. Wow, he's right on top of the plate, and that was just on a 3-0 pitch. Now he's kind of moved back a little bit. It's just kind of when you're taking a pitch 3-0, you get on top of the plate. It makes the pitcher think that you know, you're probably going to swing. And he kind of move back. You don't see that very often. Guys move around in the batter's box.
Foul ball. Still 3-2. Well, since that inning, the Yankees have not had a base runner. 9 in a row retired. And now they have a base runner as Bader walks. So here's Volpe. And there's a strike. Just got a sign that I don't think the family has that much interest in me, Paul.
Is that right?
My son just texted me, said, "Where are you?"
What do you think?
I said, "I'm at Yankee Stadium, Charlie."
That just means I'm talking too much. They must not have heard you for a while. Charlie must be feeling better.
Yes, he's feeling a lot better.
Where are you?
Runner goes. The throw to second, not in time. It's strange, Paul. They signed Ruiz to a long-term contract, and he just can't throw anybody out.
Yeah, his catching skills, if you look at the numbers. Volpe, I don't know. Did they call this a strike? No, he kind of held up. But it does not look fast at all coming out. And his framing skills, everything, I mean, defensively, not the best at best.
So 90 stolen bases against him. That's the most in the majors. And he doesn't catch every single game or like an everyday catcher because they've got a pretty good backup that they use. And then he DHs. Strike 3. Volpe down looking. So 3 strikeouts for Garcia. Bader's left stranded. We go to the 6th. 6-0. Thank you, Bob. Monitor Einstein scoreboard. 6-0 Yankees. Rutherford hits one off the glove of LeMahieu, and that goes into right field. So Rutherford will reach to start the 6th.
Well, DJ LeMahieu has been a vacuum over there early in the game. Let's see what happened here. Kind of to his backhand. Ball hit pretty hard. Looks like it came up on him.
And it scored an error. E3. One and 0 on Abrams. So I just got an update from Charlie. He knows where I am. He's getting so lazy. It's like a family chat. He was asking Jody where she was. She's in the living room.
Will you go get my phone for me? Yeah, when did you ever think, and I've done it many times, I'm upstairs watching TV, I'll text down to Mom, what are you doing? I mean, when did you ever think you would make a phone call in your own house to your kids or your wife, right?
It's unbelievable. Abrams down on strikes. What a pick-me-up this has to be for Severino.
Absolutely, and a lot has to do with the scoreboard. I mean, he looks comfortable. He got off to a good start. 6-run lead. Let's go around the majors here, Michael.
Why not? You heard from Bob Lorenz, the Mariners. 2 8-game win streaks this month. They just had their second one snapped. 21-6 last 27 games. Diamondbacks making a run. 7-1 last 8 games. And Ohtani hit his 44th home run and was removed after 26 pitches due to arm fatigue. That's my big question with Shohei. How long can he do this?
Yeah, the toll it's going to take on his body, it really is amazing. But, you know, he doesn't, and I've gone through it many times, take the usual amount of swings. But that even makes it more impressive what he does at the plate.
I wonder if he's going to make a run. It looks like he will at Judge's record because he's got 44. We're not even in September yet.
Mm-hmm.
It'll have to be a real good run. Well, what a year he's having. He's going to be the MVP. Fly ball, shallow center coming on Bader, and he makes the play.
Like I said, I told Harrison Bader jokingly, you would have been one of those center fielders that I would hate because you just take away a lot of hits. Used to tell Ken Griffey Jr. that all the time. Torrey Hunter used to run him down. Why you want to steal all my hits? Well, Bader is as good as anybody out there in center field.
Grounded to third. Oh, nice play by Peraza. Fires to second. They got him. Oh, they got him. What a play by Peraza at third. They'll check that one, see if they're going to challenge. But really soft hands and a great arm.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's an in-between hop. And, again, that's really not his natural position. Just shows you how good a fielder he is.
No challenge. No doubt. They got him at second. Tonight's injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Rizzo on the 10-day IL since August 3rd. Took batting practice today at Yankee Stadium. And Justin, any further word? Will we see him play this year?
Rizzo said he wants to take batting practice again tomorrow. And Aaron Boone said where the Yankees are in the standings are not going to have an impact on a return for Rizzo this season. If he's healthy and if he's cleared for action, it's going to be important for Rizzo and everyone involved to get him back on the field.
So an 0-1 count on Pereira. Still looking for his first big league hit. Picked up his first big league RBI in the second. And the 0-1. 0-2. And Garcia deals. Swing and a miss. You know, it's interesting, Justin, if you think about it, the way the Yankees are configured now, and they called up Pereira and they called up Peraza, and they said they're both going to play all the time. If Rizzo does come back, there's somebody who's used to playing all the time that's going to sit. It's going to be LeMahieu. It's going to be Torres. It's going to be Volpe. Those guys can't play every day then.
Not only that, but you do have yourself going back to the traditional infield logjam that you had at the beginning. You just replace Donaldson with Peraza there, so you could have that rotation going on through the end of the year.
And that was the plan. And it was always a plan to have LeMahieu be the super utility guy, play all over and play almost every day. So you were fortunate, not fortunate, skilled, but you got to hit your first big league at bat. I'm sure the more the at bats go and you still don't have it, it's going to start weighing on you.
Absolutely. I mean, it just you can't wait to get back to the plate. You hope is it going to be tonight. You don't want to go to bed tonight and think hopefully it's tomorrow.
And Brian Cashman, when he was speaking with the media guys, he reiterated Aaron Boone's message. Everson Pereira, Oswald Peraza, they are going to get regular reps. They're going to have a chance to play every day and prove that they have a part in this team's future while the goal is still to win as many games as possible moving forward?
I thought it was interesting that during that press conference that Brian Cashman said, this time going forward, we're going to use to assess where this organization is going to go. So, I mean, I understand the last couple days of the year, you mail in a few games, you're out of it, but you're not mathematically out of it, and you've got a lot of baseball left. You got 39 games left. That's a lot of at bats and a lot of things you can do to impress an organization going forward. Rudy May.
He was good.
Wow.
So was that guy, and a great guy, too. We go to the 7th. Yankees 6-0 as they try to snap a 9-game losing streak.
I saw that picture of Randy Johnson. I almost had a double take of like, wow. Because I faced him when he was in Montreal. Obviously a Hall of Fame, one of the better pitchers that ever pitched. But at that point, he had no clue where the ball was going.
And the Expos obviously had no clue because they traded him.
Yes.
That probably made him a little effective because you couldn't really dig in.
I was ready to run. First pitch I ever saw from him hit the backstop behind me. And I looked over at Pete Rose, and he was laughing with a catcher's mask on.
Ruiz wraps one down the right field line. It's a foul ball. They traded Randy Johnson for Mark Langston, and they were in a pennant race at the time. Ian Hamilton warming for the Yanks. Always remember that I've told the story before. Don Mattingly once told me that he knew he was going to be in a lineup against Randy Johnson in the Kingdom, and he spent the whole night. Stay in there, don't bail, just stay in there, keep your front shoulder in there. And the first pitch was at his head,
right? And
he's leaning back, he's lying on his back, looking up at the Kingdom roof, and said, "That was a wasted night."
What a wasted night of sleep, right? Yeah, one pitch can do that to you. The big difference is, a ball comes at your head from the right side, a right-handed pitcher, you see the ball. But Randy Johnson was so tall and so sidearmed that you actually lost the baseball. So it was kind of like you didn't know whether to duck, to hit the dirt, anything. And that's the scary part of it, is when you don't see the ball.
Now, I know you wanted to play all the time. Did you mind when you weren't in the lineup against Randy Johnson?
No. Can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
All right. So Buck Showalter calls us in the office. Randy Velarde owned Randy.
Yeah, he did.
So Randy Johnson's coming in. He's pitching. Buck Showalter calls myself, Deion James, and there was another lefty. I said, one of you guys got to play. Randy can't play today. So we drew straws. And Buck let me go first.
Right.
And I swear this straw kept moving. And I looked down and I pulled it out. And it was a long straw. Deion James, short stories long, as I like to say, got to play that day. But as I was walking out, Buck said, "Paulie, come here." He's like, "I didn't want you to play."
So he fixed it.
He got to stack the deck for me.
Wow.
Thanks, Buck.
Poor Deion.
Well, he didn't like the way Seattle pitched me.
Right.
It was usually up and in. And if Randy Johnson came up and in, it could have been up and over, So the secret's out.
Well, you know what? You've held it for a long time.
Yeah. I'm emptying my holster this.
You really are.
This series.
I didn't know you had this much in the holster.
Wow.
Was Boggs on that team?
Yeah. It was an outfielder, though, because Randy he was filling in for a lefty outfielder. I can't think of who it was. About when I get up tonight to about 4 in the morning,
right.
It'll come to me.
Little trip to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then text me.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's Charlie, where you are.
We got a day game tomorrow, Paul, just so you know.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. 1-1 on Smith. Fly ball deep right field, going back. Stanton on the track at the wall. He makes the catch. Nice play by Giancarlo Stanton.
We've said it before. You remember, Giancarlo Stanton used to be a pretty good outfielder. And he got to, and the important thing here is, he got to see his arm open, turn the right way where he has some room. Good solid play. And like Aaron Judge, height does not hurt you going up against the wall.
Two 2-0 on Garrett. I just got the funniest text.
Yeah.
Call from Jack Curry.
What's he going to spill the beans on the air on me?
No, he said, God, that would have been a nice story to put in the book where he had a chapter about facing Randy Johnson.
Well, Jack, all you had to do was put the last page to be continued. You could have just added to this thing over the years.
Dunkin' Rewards are a hit. Save them, stack them, use them how you want. Not a member? Join on the app today.
So 3-0. This could be the last batter that Severino faces. There's a strike. Three and two, 97 miles an hour on his 96th pitch. Pitching in the 7th inning for only the second time this season. He did it May 27th against the Padres. And he missed low, so Garrett walks. And Boone walks out to the mound. Only the second walk by Severino. Well, Sevy's going to hear cheers when he comes up the mound. Hamilton's coming in. And Boone has to be elated. So does Severino. Listen to the hand. Electric moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. And this guy was electric, Paul.
He certainly was. He's got to feel good walking off the mound. 3 strikes. Didn't have his best fastball. Got a lot outs. Got a good ovation. And you know why, Michael? Because he has been honest to the fans.
Yes, he has.
In his interviews, he felt horrible because he knows he's not this type of pitcher. It's good to see Sevy have a good night.
And our great crew really stayed on that shot of him walking to the dugout. And when he saw his teammates, the genuine smile and the sense of relief, this has been weighing on him. This guy came into the game with a 7.98 ERA. This is a guy, when he has been healthy in the past, is an elite pitcher, and it has not been the case this year. Alou goes down on strike, so quick work by Ian Hamilton. No runs, no hits, no errors. 0-1-2 for the Nationals. So a one-hitter over 6 2/3 for Luis Severino. Gore victimized by bad defense. 6 runs, they were not all earned. 4 innings, 4 hits. Yankees have the 2 home runs by Judge, the 5 ribbies. The Nationals have not had a runner reach scoring position. Severino strong outing, 6 2/3, just 2 walks and also just 2 strikeouts, but pitched very well. So we'll see Judge in this inning against Jose A. Ferrer. And there's a strike.
Michael, I got to tell you, we were jamming the grease in between the innings, right?
Tell me more.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just like I was so into it, and then I heard you just chiming in, just belting it out. I don't know.
I like that movie.
Yeah, but I love that movie. I think it might have been the best. Might be on my top 10 list.
Wow.
But then all of a sudden, I don't know if
I ruined it for you.
Kind of.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
So I used to be a movie usher.
You know a lot about movies, though.
But I actually saw Grease, I'd say, maybe 4,000 times. Because I would just, people would get in, and I'd stand by the door and watch the movie. I know every line.
You never got sick of it.
No, and the same thing with Saturday Night Fever.
Wow.
Used to have the red jacket, the black bow tie. Styling.
Picking up popcorn.
Yeah. Cigarette butts. At the old Lowe's American in Parkchester in the Bronx.
You know what? That's a hilarious. The first time I saw Grease was at Lowe's.
Really?
Columbus, Ohio. Yep. You know who I took?
It had to be Nev.
Of course.
Of course.
I never told her I thought Olivia Newton-John was pretty hot. Huh?
She probably thought John Travolta was hot. So you're even.
No, I wouldn't let her look.
That one's driven out to right field and deep. Going back, Garrett. Track, wall, leaps. See ya. An opposite field home run for LeMahieu. And the Yankees lead 7-0. And Garrett is down on the warning track.
Looked like it's a knee going into the wall after a great at bat by DJ LeMahieu. You hate to see anybody in this spot. It looked like his last at bat they were throwing him away, and he was starting to look that way. You know, DJ LeMahieu's really turned his season around in the last month and a half, and it's gotten back to what you're accustomed to seeing. You hate to see this, especially this time of year.
And LeMahieu, as he's rounding the bases, kept turning back to see if Garrett was okay. No ball player wants to see that happen to another player. You think it was the way he landed, or did he run into the wall?
A lot of things can happen. You can catch a spike into the wall. You can just hit the wall with your knee. We'll see here. Yeah, I think he caught his spike, and then it actually wrenches your knee, and immediately he knew something was wrong. So it's an ankle or a knee.
Yeah, he really twisted that ankle.
I think it's his left ankle.
And now the entire team that's on the field is going out to see.
Yeah, what happens is your spike goes in. You know, the coating of the wall there, and it doesn't come straight out, and it just twisted his ankle the wrong direction, obviously.
You can see he's in agony. Now the Yankee athletic trainer's also out there to help with Garrett. Everybody's on the same team when somebody gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, the pain he's in, you almost wonder if his ankle, just completely gave out.
"27 years old, second big league season. Having a solid season here with Washington. He was non-tendered by Arizona this offseason. This guy's worked so hard to get to the big leagues. 6 years in the minor league system of the Marlins. And he was released in 2020. Got his real estate license. Was about to delete his LinkedIn account. And then he got a message from a video coordinator who had known him in rookie ball. And 2 days later, he had a spring training invite with the Diamondbacks. So he's fought his way to the big leagues. And you hate to see something like this for anybody, but a guy who's worked so hard to be here. So they're going to get him on the stretcher and then onto the cart, where he will go for x-rays at the hospital. Looks like they're going to put an air cast on his leg. See the Yankee athletic trainer Tim Lentich in there, helping with Garrett. All the thoughts that must be going through his mind right now. Yeah, they're putting the air cast on that left leg. Alfonso Malaguti, also one of the Yankee athletic trainers, is out there with Tim Lentich. What's the air cast do, Paul? It just keeps everything in place?
It puts pressure on it too, and it actually will help with the pain, but it immobilizes it also, where you can't do any more damage to it. And looking at the play firsthand, you can roll your ankle like you do in basketball, where your foot comes to the inside. That looked like it went to the outside, and that actually is a worse position for the ankle to be in.
Well, he's sitting up, where now they're going to slide that board under him. No, he's electing to stand. Paul, it's a matter of pride. No player wants to go out on a stretcher.
No, it's just something's wrong. You know that your season's over. There's so much hard work that goes into this game, and in one quick moment, you're set back, and for how long we'll find out, but it's going to be a while.
If you remember when Mariano Rivera hurt his knee fielding fly balls in Kansas City during BP, he had to go out on a cart. And he was going to retire that year.
Yeah.
And he has told me, he said there was no way that was the last thing that was going to happen on a baseball field. Yeah. And that's what drove him to come back the next year, and he had a great last year. Oh, this poor guy. And I'm sure it hurts him even more the journey he's taken to get here. And you can see the raw emotion there. Well, let's send good thoughts his way. He's going to get a nice hand from the stadium crowd. You can see Paulie's in disbelief.
Yeah.
Let's hope he's okay and minimum amount of damage. Alex Call takes over in center, and Thomas moves over to right to replace Garrett. Here's Judge. 5 ribbies tonight. 2 home runs, 1 grand slam. Rounded to short his other time up. (2-0) on Judge. So LeMahieu is 9th home run, 31st ribby. Since the All-Star break, by the way, LeMahieu with a .404 on base percentage. 9th in the American League. He is really, as Paul said, turned the season around. Still not where he wants to be, but better than where he was. Being very careful with Judge. 3-1. There's a strike.
And this is that borderline pitch low that Aaron Judge, believe me, gets called more than anybody. That ball's low.
High drive, right field. If it's fair, it's gone. See ya. Another home run for Judge. 3 on the night for the first time in his career. What an evening for Aaron Judge. 8-0 Yanks.
You can only wonder, Michael, if you can go back to LA and take a play away where the Yankees would be if they didn't have to miss Aaron Judge for as long as they did. Number 25, number 26, and number 27 in the bottom of the 7th here. Did he miss a month and a half? I think he went, what's he, 5th in the league now, James?
Kyle Channing MVP, and he is the reigning American League MVP. Ground ball to third. Vargas retires Torres.
Well, like I said, if you're Aaron Judge, you don't have to pull the baseball. You can go to dead center, right center, and you can use the porch. And if you look at these swings all from the side view, it's the ability to put yourself in the same spot every time. And tonight, Aaron Judge has done that. Got good pitches to hit. And hit the seats 3 times. You know what? I told you in Miami, I'm not superstitious, right? But I went down and I talked to Aaron Judge in the locker room. And he hit a home run. And remember, I said I'm going to go down and talk to him again.
Right.
And I didn't do it.
And
but I talked to him on the field today. I said, I got to come over. I said, hey, how you doing? Well, I'm going tomorrow. I don't care. Day game or not, I'm going to go hunt him out just in case.
Of course, you have to. If you don't, people are going to think you're a saboteur.
No. I'm all for Aaron Judge, believe me.
So Judge, after missing all that time, he's 5th in the American League in home runs. Ohtani has 44, Luis Robert 33, Adolis Garcia 31, Devers 29, Judge 27. So he's 5th in home runs as Stanton goes down on strikes. And how about this? He's 149th in games played.
Yeah, that's his talent, his power. It really is amazing.
Well, before the game, the Yankee GM Brian Cashman said the season has been a disaster. We're embarrassed by it. There have not been a lot of moments like this. Aaron Judge has given his team, his fan base, a reason to smile today.
You know, if I'm coming to the game, I'm sitting in my seat when number 99 goes to the plate. I mean, you just never know when he can have a night like this, when he can have an at-bat where the ball just goes where other people are not able to hit it.
Well, that is a 37 3-home run game in Yankee history done by 26 different players. And that includes Reggie and Ruth. Both did it in the World Series. The last one was Anthony Rizzo on April 26 last year against the Orioles. Bader pops it up. And it's out of play. Finally smiles in that Yankee dugout. A 9-game losing streak. And the Yankees have pounded out 4 home runs, 3 of them by Judge. That one is wrapped into left center field. It is a base hit. It splits the outfielders, and it goes to the wall. Bader will stop at second with a 2-out double. Well, Yankee fans, the weather is going to start getting cool soon, so come out to Yankee Stadium on Wednesday, September 6th and get something that will help you stay warm. Yankees are taking on the Tigers. The first 18,000 guests in attendance receive a Yankees knit cap, courtesy of New York Life. Tickets going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. So Bader picks up his second hit of the night. That'll bring up Volpe, who was 0 for 3. Want to know. Two and 0. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. 8-0 Yankees. When Judge hit his home run in the first inning, that broke a string of 61 innings where the Yankees did not hold the lead. And they have not looked back since then. So 1 in the first, then 5 in the second, spurred by the grand slam off the bat of Judge. And now 2 here in the 7th, back-to-back home runs, LeMahieu and Judge. That's a base hit to center field. Bader rounds third. He's going to score. It's an RBI single for Volpe, and it's 9-0 Yanks.
This is one of those nights where the Yankees are having good at-bats or staying with the ball. Bader had a great at-bat. Actually went down to scoop a ball out there, and then you watch Volpe. Same thing. Stay with that ball. You come off of that ball on the outside corner. It's nothing more than a ground ball. Gets enough of it to get it in the outfield and played another run for the Yankees.
Pereira grounds one to Abrams. He gets the force at second, and that'll do it. But on a Wednesday in the Bronx, the home run champion from 2022 makes 3 swings. 3 swings. That looks like it might help end a 9-game losing. 9-0 Yankees. The Nationals have just 1 hit. Aaron Judge has 3 home runs. First time in his career he's done that. Hamilton still in there and deals a strike to Vargas. Cabrera has taken over Stanton in right field. 8-9-1 in Washington's order. Grounded to Volpe. One away here in the 8th.
You know, the little things that Anthony Volpe does at shortstop, he's, shading up the middle, so this is going to be a backhand play for him. Just how quick the transition is. You're not going to have a lot of time when you're going to your right. Watch how quick he gets rid of this baseball. I mean, there's no time wasted there. Just make the throw a lot easier.
Rutherford takes outside. 1-0. As Hamilton looks at his hand.
Just a little bit outside.
Just a bit. The baseball gods, they play by their own rules, and no one can predict what would have happened. But Paul said it earlier. Judge started the season the way he played last season. And if he doesn't run into that wall in LA, you do wonder what type of year he would have had. Because, again, he was doing everything that he did last year. And I still think that Ohtani wins the MVP this year, but I believe it'll be unanimous. He would have made it interesting.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he has so much talent. He can do so many things on the field. And he does it the right way, too. And that's why, I think the Yankees, after his signing, made him a captain, because he's accountable for everything he does on the field, as far as working, as far as knowing the importance of winning. I mean, there's nobody in that clubhouse that's irritated more than Aaron Judge because of where they are at this point in the season.
Fouled off the foot of Rutherford. So just one hit for the Nats. Single right by Ruiz. Clean single in the 4th inning. So a nice start for Luis Severino. Went 6 2/3. And now Hamilton pitching here in the 8th after getting the final out of the 7th. Rutherford battling Hamilton. 2-2 count with 1 out here in the 8th. 9-0 Yankees. Swing. And a tip into the glove of Higashioka. 2 away. Hey, tomorrow on Yes, it's a midweek matinee as the Yankees wrap up this 3-game set with the Nationals right here in the Bronx. Coverage will begin at 12:30 with the pregame. Then first pitch is scheduled for shortly after 1 on Yes and the Yes app.
That's pregame. We got to be here by 1:05, though, right, man?
That's right.
All right. Just making sure.
They might want you on the pregame.
No. They hear enough of me during the game. They don't need pregame either.
Well, you can't get here close to 1. You have to get here early enough to talk to Judge.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to sneak down there first thing tomorrow.
All right. Because they usually don't take BP for a day game.
I know. That's why I'm just thinking I'll go right to the clubhouse. Just I don't know. I won't even tell him what I'm doing. I'll just see if it works.
That's a base hit through the left side for Abrams. Second hit for the Nationals.
Well, you can really see this Abrams with the home run last night that ended up being a game winner, and defensively what he's shown right here, his ability to go the other way. You can see some really good things in the future for Abrams at shortstop here with the Nationals.
The 2-0. 3-0 on Thomas. What a season Hamilton's having. 1.69 ERA. Another great bullpen find by the Yankees. Seems like they come up with 1 or 2 a year. No one thought Clay Holmes was a closer type. Wandy Peralta they got from Mike Tauchman. He's been lights out in the bullpen. And then Hamilton. 3-2. Meneses is on deck. Swing and a miss. And Thomas down on strikes. No runs you hit. 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Trying to avoid a historic losing streak. So instead, Aaron Judge gave them some personal history. A 3-home run game for Judge. Despite all the greatness he gave you last year with 62 homers, he never hit 3 in 1 game. He decided to do it tonight when the Yankees needed it most. Aaron Judge. Unbelievable on this Wednesday evening. And that is the T-Mobile coverage cam. And the Hyundai scoreboard shows the Yankees up 9-0. Riley Adams takes over behind the plate. Andres Machado takes over on the mound. It's 8-9-1. One Yankee gets on. Judge gets another try.
You know, it's funny because we saw Cabrera go out to right field last inning, and I was thinking, oh, you got to be kidding me. He might get another at bat. I forgot Aaron Judge is DHing tonight instead of playing right field.
Oh, he's ready.
Talking to his teammates. Somebody get on.
Six RBI night. 3 home runs. There's a broken bat and a foul ball. There's the aforementioned Wandy Peralta. He'll pitch the 9th.
Well, he has not pitched in a while. They got to get him a little work. I think it's been 6 or 7 days since he's been out on the mound.
Strike 3. Higashioka down looking. And with Oswald Peraza coming up, that leads us to the defensive play of the game.
Meneses hit one hard. Peraza comes up with it. It's an out. Kind of an in-between short hop. It shows you how good he is with the glove. It's your defender player of the game.
One and one. Bowers is on deck for LeMahieu, and Judge in the hole. Two and one on Peraza. Peraza walked and scored in that 5-run second, struck out and popped the second. Two and two. And the 2-2. 3-2. Every Yankee fan rooting hard for somebody to get on. I think every Yankee is. Strike 3. Peraza down looking. And that leaves it up to Jake Bauers.
A two-seamer looked like it just caught the bottom of the strike zone. Nothing to argue about.
Well, there have been 18 4-home run games, and 4 home runs in one game is the all-time record. The last one was J.D. Martinez. Did it with Arizona on September 4th, 2017. And there's only been one by a Yankee. And the great Lou Gehrig did it June 3rd, 1932 at the Philadelphia Athletics. Will Judge have a chance? A little bit more pressure than you would have in a normal 9-0 game on Jake Bauers. 1-0. An announced crowd of 37,266, and the ones that are here, they want to see Judge bat. Wade did that one, 1-1.
Yeah, Michael, a lot of times 9-0. You're seeing the aisles, a lot of people walking out. You're not seeing anybody walk out right now. They're hoping to see Aaron Judge walk to the plate one more time.
Yeah, they'd be on the dig and listen to John and Susan. Ground ball right side. Smith fields, fires to first. And Judge, unless the Yankees give up a 9-run lead, will not have the opportunity for the 4th home run. Prevagen, the #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. We go back to August 31st, 1995. You remember this?
I do. I remember it well. Brian Anderson got back-to-back. I think it was Mike Harkey. Yeah.
And that was the beginning of that run where you guys went 26-7 to get into the first wild card.
You know, it's funny. We were talking about Buck Showalter earlier, and I remember that game. There's Mike Harkey. I'll remind him about that tomorrow when I go down there. But Bob Patterson was a lefty, and I didn't hit him at all. So I had 3 home runs, and I got up my 4th time up against Patterson. And I ended up getting a base hit up the middle to knock a couple runs in. And I remember going back to the dugout after the inning, and Buck said, you know, I don't care about the 3 home runs. You finally got a hit off Patterson. And I still remember that to this day. And then I went up the last time thinking, oh, wait, what the heck? It was Troy Percival throwing about $1 million.
Right.
Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. Well, it was still a good night, though, but that didn't last long.
Now, when you went up against Patterson, because you'd struggle against him, you were 3 home runs. Were you trying to hit a home run?
No, I hit a ground ball up the middle. I know I had this guy. He had my number. Let's just keep this night going. Remember, I wasn't a home run hitter, Michael. I told Kramer many times.
I know. Asked for 2. How'd you do that? So, against Percival, were you trying to hit a home run?
No.
Really?
He threw 100. I mean, he threw hard.
Well, you hit it. It's got a chance to go.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if you remember, Troy Percival threw unbelievably hard. And he had those, like, he couldn't really see.
He always squinted.
Yeah, he squinted like he couldn't see. I'm like, you know, can you see the target, or are you just going to heave one up here?
So you had 2 chances at the 4th home run. Still 2-2. Wandy has not pitched since August 15th in Atlanta. He threw 1 inning. Today's August 23rd, so that's a long layoff for Peralta. It's hard to use high leverage guys when you're losing all the time. Swing and a miss. Meneses down on strikes. Well, stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame. Get analysis from the studio and player reaction from the clubhouse. Plus, Aaron Boone on the manager's report. That's all coming up next on Yes and the Yes I. So here's Riley Adams, his first at bat. Well, the 3 home runs on a night when the Yankees desperately need a win. It's a very captain-like thing to do. Now, he has struggled somewhat lately as well, but boy, he crushed 3 balls today.
You know, the first 2 were you're right, just Judgian blasts. I mean, not everybody goes to dead center field for a grand slam or hits one over the Toyota sign. I don't know that I've seen a righty go up there.
Only one I can think of is Stanton. So the Yankees 1 out away from snapping this 9-game losing streak. Here's Dominic Smith.
You know what's funny? I told you, I went over and said hello to him before I ran up to the booth. He said, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm doing fine. I'm up in the booth." But now that I look back, you don't ever know when these nights are coming. I mean, he's just taking batting practice like any other day. But who's to know that, you know, you're going to go out, throw 3 home runs up, one of them being a grand slam.
Imagine if he ends up with like 35, 37 home runs and missed a month and a half of the season.
Yeah.
I think he's complaining that Wandy's quick pitching him. Long conversation with Ramon De Jesus. It's a long timeout.
It was an argument timeout.
He's still talking. And he's saying that Wandy's not looking at him. He's supposed to look at him with 8 seconds left.
Michael, there's 2 outs and it's 9-0. Huh? Just saying.
You know what I'm thinking? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if somebody did that to Nolan Ryan? Oh, you want to engage?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's a different game. One strike away. Three and 2. High fly ball down the right field line. Fair ball, it's gone. It is gone. A home run for Smith. And that breaks the shutout. Nationals are on the board. It's 9-1 Yankees.
You know, that's a weirdly impressive at bat. To go through that much and then hit a home run. Like a little slider that didn't have much on it. but he didn't get around it. He kept it fair. And that hit the Lay's potato chip sign. All right?
I know. I think that might have hit the screen.
Again?
Yes.
Now see, this when the celebrations,
I don't get it.
It's 9-1.
There's a strike to call. Took over for Stone Garrett, left with the injury. 6th home run for Dominic Smith. 34th ribby. Grounded foul. One and two on call. Foul back, still 1-2. Missed outside, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. The Yankees win 9-1. They snap a 9-game losing streak, and that man, Aaron Judge, hits 3 home runs for the first time in his career. And the Yankees get a much-needed victory with a big contribution from their leader.
No doubt about it. I mean, it's fun to watch. We talk about Aaron Judge day in and day out, but he continues to just do things that make you want to watch again. But again, losing streak over. Day game tomorrow, Michael. Don't forget about it. I'll be here on time and ready to go.
9-8-1 for the Yankees, 1-3-2 for the Nationals. So Aaron Judge rings up 3 and breaks a 9-game losing streak. A real fine performance by Severino as well. We'll come back to wrap things up.